Hey everyone, Deem from My Dark Podcast with you. Welcome you today to this episode. Some random words at the start, whatever, let's go. I wanted to talk about journaling today as well. I I don't even know what to say about it. Um, Today we're gonna be a really strange episode because that is just the thing that I wanted to talk about right now. So, let's talk a little bit about journaling experience and what it is actually. It is a practice of being with you, being you allowing yourself to express your own thoughts without any judgment. That is that is the main purpose of having the journal, writing something every day. And the main point here is to not have any pressure to find gems every day that you write something. I had this a couple of months ago where I just started it, and I thought that I need to write something exceptional every day because I also had the practice of putting it on my blog for everyone to see, and I thought, oh, I cannot write. I need to be at least coherent, I need to be at least interesting in some way, and there was a lot of pressure on my journaling experience. But that is a detour from the main point. I want you, I want to give you the permission to just write whatever you want. The best journaling experience comes when you just sit down without any preparation at all. You know, get the pen in your hand, open your whatever you want to write this, your notepad, your, I don't know, just a list of paper, and just start writing something, anything, any word, write from it, and then just write whatever comes after. You I mean it's not required to do that like for all of the experience, but that is the best way to start, and that is all that required. You're just allowing yourself to express anything that your mind thinks about in that particular moment. That is what that is what it gives you, the ability to see how you actually think. Our mind can be chaotic, it can change the line of thoughts every second. You may not remember what you thought about like 10 seconds ago. It's definitely the case for me. But when you allow yourself to write whatever comes to mind, there may be some really interesting revelations that can come from this journaling experience. You may notice your internal, maybe limiting beliefs, maybe your something that you really want in your life. That it can be a good tool to find where you want to go on or what you need to focus next. If you don't know what to do with life, having this journaling experience every day, maybe even a couple of times a day, maybe at morning and in the evening, because the mind works differently in these times, completely differently. It can be really insightful experience. Just try doing that. I know I'm not being really specific today. I don't really know what to talk about additional. I cannot even understand what this journaling experience actually gave me because it's hard to trace back the achievements, how the life feels like, to some specific experience. It's probably the combination of experiences. You have the journaling. I had journal. I wrote a journal like at the start of each day. Then I had some inquiries done from Byron Katie's books when I ask myself about something that I believe in. There may be some meditations. There may be a lot of things that's happening in your life as well. Maybe even talking with your friends or being by yourself or watching some movies or cooking some food or even going outside. It all adds some part to your improvement, to your development. But this journaling experience, having something to notice your thoughts, to accept that you think what you're thinking about, is really important. You need this outlet. And if you integrate that in your life, at the start it can be really intimidating experience, and you put a lot of pressure on you when you overthink everything that you wrote. You think that, oh, today I didn't do a really good job, or what is this bullshit that I just wrote? I'm not thinking like that. But it is a good experience also to detach, to understand that everything that you wrote, it has some truth in it, but it's not definition of you as a person. It is just your thoughts that you thought at the moment. They may be internalized, they may affect you, they may even control you. That's why this experience is really important. It is a possibility for you to understand yourself better. But it's important to remember that don't put too much pressure on you. Just write whatever comes to mind. Don't try to edit it in your mind. Don't try to make it sound more coherent, more, you know, if you're ashamed of some line of thoughts and you don't want to express them, don't do that. Don't try to suppress your own thoughts. They are just that. They're just random thoughts that we all have. It's our primal type of brain just comes up with whatever we think about. I love the ideas from Byron Katie, talking about her as well, from her books, about how the thoughts are not ours, they just appear sometime in our head, and then we have to handle them in some way. But we are not creating them. They just appear there. And that is what it is about. It is important to notice your thoughts. It is important to notice how you're thinking about life itself, about your current experiences. But it's not your definition. It is just something that steers your life right now. Another interesting thing why the journaling is amazing is you can look back to the place where you were before, a couple of months ago, a couple of years ago, if you will keep your journals. I would recommend to, I don't know, scan them and put them out there in some, I don't know, in some electronic version, so it would be with you after a couple of years as well. It is a good reflection point on your previous life. It is a good exercise to realize what changed in your life, what new beliefs do you have, how did you feel before. Because our memory works really strange sometimes. It can affect our previous line of thoughts when we experience something new. It can rewrite the past. But when you actually see your specific thoughts that you had at some previous moments, it is awesome thing to compare yourself to. It is awesome thing to reflect, to see what has changed. and to give yourself credit for everything that you came through. So I would recommend you to start, journal, just buy some whatever, some cheapest thing, like, I don't know, I always put so much emphasis of I wanted my journals to be something that I really like. So my journals would be really expensive. Not really, but more. But at the start, it doesn't really matter. You can even just write on some random piece of paper. Just try to do that more consistently. It can be really insightful experience. It can give you a lot of things to notice in your life and where you want to go next. That's what I recommend you today. Try writing a couple of words, then try to write some couple of sentences, then try to write a paragraph or something like that. Just scale it a little bit more every day. You don't need to write a couple of pages at the end of it. Whatever comes to mind. You don't need to express all of your thoughts, just some of them. It is already enough. It is already really important. And from time to time, you will stumble upon some gems, some really insightful line of thoughts that you have, and they will be captured in this paper that you will write. And then you can return to them and internalize this. It is a really good self-help tool for self-development. So I recommend you to just start writing anything and keep going. Adjust it however you want, but keep going. Keep writing something. And see how your life will change. And good luck with it.